Do you know a month, by chance or no?
Total project for all investors made about 19 million on a $21 million project.
In 1 month?
On one sale, yes.
Now, what is the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Probably in the 3 million to 3.5 million range.
I honestly do not know what I've made the most in a year.
In a year, do you know a month? A month?
In a month, my best month's been $500,000.
$500,000 in a month? I'm on a mission to go find real estate millionaires to see what's the best way to get rich in real estate. I'm out in Central PA and I know there's a lot of heavy hitters out in this area that makes a lot of money. So today I'm gonna go find them and see how they grown their wealth in real estate. So with that being said, let's hit the road. So as you can see, I just pulled up to a big real estate investing company here in my local area, and they're on billboards, they're all over TV, so it's about to be crazy. I'm gonna go in here, see if we can find the owner, and see if he's a millionaire. So let's go take a look. Hey, how are you?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I was looking for the owner of Integrity First.
Oh yeah, I can take you to his office.
Okay, yeah, that'd be perfect.
Follow me.
All right, let's go.
Right up this way.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? Is it cool if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So I've just been going around and been looking for millionaires throughout like my local area. I see like all your TV commercials and everything like that. I was curious, are you a millionaire yourself?
According to the bank, yes, I am.
Okay, awesome. And what area of real estate do you specialize in?
Residential.
Residential real estate. Is it anything more specific, like in regards to multifamily?
I've mostly done residential fix and flip, and I've accumulated a portfolio of about 100 rentals.
100 rentals?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. And how long have you been doing this?
I started in 2006.
Wow. Okay. So you definitely have a lot of experience there.
I feel like it, yeah. I have the scars to prove it.
Right. And are you able to say the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Oh my goodness. So I think there's two things you'd be mindful when you accumulate assets. There's net profit.
Okay.
And I think our most profitable year was over $2.6 million in
Wow.
net, but also accumulating equity on your balance sheet. One of the things I wish I would have done a little bit differently is in the beginning between 2006 and 2010, I flipped everything.
Right.
So I've done just over about 4,000 real estate deals now. I wish I would have kept 1,000 of them, not 100 of them.
Yeah.
My balance sheet and net worth would probably be 10 times what it is.
Wow.
So we've done really well. Last year we grossed about $10 million in gross profit and netted just over $2 million. In a tough year, I don't know, last year was just a little tough with interest rates and inventory just being low, but our team did a really good job.
Now, with you saying that, is there anything, like if you had to start all over right now, like what would you do?
Starting, it's tough because starting over for me, or the last time I remember starting over was 19 years ago.
Okay.
So what I hope is that year over year, I really develop and grow, and it's like really hard to remember what it's like to start from scratch. But if I were to start over, what's the first thing I would do?
Yeah, if someone like new wanting to be in your shoes, start all over, like what would you do?
I would find a mentor. I think one of the more difficult things as an entrepreneur, business owner, real estate investor is there is a lot of potential mistakes that can be made, and almost all of them are super costly. So if you go out and buy a piece of real estate and you overestimate what ARV is, or overestimate what the bank will appraise it at once it's fixed up, or I see lots of people, and I did this when I first got started, was underestimate the cost of renovations or the time of renovations. So I think that the first thing I would do is not be in such a hurry to be on my own. I think a lot of us get caught up in the sort of honor and the image of being self-employed, and the problem with being self-employed is you're also self-stress, self-manage, self-fund, it's self-everything.
Yeah.
Right. So I think if I were to do it again, and I was very fortunate to have a mentor when I did start, and I think that's why a lot of people didn't make it through 2008.
Right.
We were very fortunate, and my mentor was critical in us being able to survive 2008 when real estate was literally falling off the face of the earth. It was probably the worst real estate market we've ever seen. So I think advice for someone is find a mentor, be patient, things will happen. Most people don't get rich in real estate overnight. It generally takes 5, 10, 15 years to become a millionaire no matter what you do, and I think real estate's no different.
Yeah, they say it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, it takes 15 years to become an overnight success. It's one of my
There
favorite
you go.
quotes. So yeah.
I was gonna say, finally, like, what's the best advice you ever received?
The best advice I ever received, honestly, it seems silly, but get a good night's sleep.
Really?
Yeah, I think so many people, and you might see this in real estate. Do you ever have a conversation with a real estate agent or another investor or a banker or a seller or a buyer, and they're just edgy, angry, they have a short temper.
Yep.
They seem to just like make more of a mess than they do like cleaning it up.
Right.
And one of the best things that someone ever told me is a coach I hired, I told him all my goals. And at the end of that call, I said, how do we get started? She goes, you need to get 7 hours sleep.
Wow.
I said, I got all this other stuff I want to get done. She said,
Yeah.
yeah, none of it's going to get done unless you get a good night's sleep. So I think prioritizing your mental and physical health and sleep being at the core of that, to me, would be near the top of the list.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I appreciate your time.
Of course.
Yeah,
Thank you.
pleasure
Appreciate
meeting you.
stopping in.
I'm at a big real estate company, as you can see, Berkshire Hathaway. So I'm sure we'll find a millionaire in here. Let's go take a look. Let's see if we have anyone over here. All right, guys, we have someone. Let's see. Hey, I have a quick question for you. I was curious, are you a millionaire?
I am.
Oh, shoot. Is it okay if we ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm curious, what part of real estate do you specialize in?
I would say, me personally, I specialize in construction, flipping houses, and then rental properties.
Okay, and how long have you been doing that?
Full time, like 7 years roughly. In terms of like actual construction, I've been doing that for pretty much my whole life.
Okay, and can you say how much you made, like the most amount you made in a single year?
I'd rather not in terms of like...
Maybe a month? In a month?
I mean, revenue, profit, or what do you...
Whatever you feel comfortable with.
Enough.
Okay, and what would you say, like what would you do now if you had to start all over to get to this point of being a millionaire?
Ooh, okay. If I had to do it all over again, I would first probably find a house that needed a bunch of work.
Okay.
And I would flip it. And then I would take that money and go do it again, or try to find private investors and get as much money from other people and use other people's money to go buy rental properties and then just burr out of it. So I'm not actually using any of my own money.
Gotcha. And then lastly, what would you say is like the best advice you ever received?
Actually, I would say the best advice I've ever received is everything that you ever want in life is within 6 degrees of separation. So that means that if you want, if you want to meet somebody, you're within 6 degrees of them. If you want to attain a goal, you're like 6 steps away. So it's always just like kind of planning out, your next 6 moves in order to get what you want.
Awesome. So you heard it here first. But yeah, thank you so much. So I just had a solid interview with a millionaire, and I think I see another one over here in this room. So let's go see if he's a millionaire. Excuse me?
Hello.
Hey, I had a quick question for you. I saw you sitting here, so I was curious, are you a millionaire?
I am actually a millionaire, yes.
You're actually a millionaire?
Yes.
Okay. Is it cool if I ask you a couple of questions?
Go ahead.
All right. So first question is, what part of real estate do you specialize in?
I'm a real estate investor, so I buy rental properties and I buy anything with regards to real estate. I flip houses, I've sold houses, but our main thing is we own a lot of rental properties at the moment.
Now, how long have you been in the business?
I've been in the business since 1998, so
1998.
that's like 27 years. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what is the most amount of money you made in a single year?
I think the most amount of money we made in a single year as a company was probably in the 3 million to 3.5 million range.
3 million. That's insane.
The tax bill that year was insane.
Now, if you were to start all over, what would you do first? Like if you're starting today, what would you do first?
Going back I think I would have just started buying real estate at an earlier age. I didn't buy my first piece of real estate until I was 24.
24.
But I would literally try to buy real estate at a sooner age.
Okay. And then what would you give the viewers? Like, what's the best advice that you ever received?
Save their money. Don't waste money on stupid stuff, and start investing that money into real estate as soon as possible.
Okay. And I know, like, I've always liked seeing homes and stuff and like driving in the $1 million areas just to see how crazy the homes are. Are we able to check out your house?
We can check out my house. It's right.
You serious?
It's actually, I live like 3 blocks from my house. So.
Oh, snap. Well, let's go.
Okay. Okay, let me show you our gym area. We did this during COVID.
All right, let's take a look.
Every house needs one of these.
Oh, shoot.
We got all the weights.
All the weights, the dumbbells. What does this go up to?
100 pounds.
100. I don't even know all the like machine stuff, but you can squat with this too, right?
Yep. Bench press.
Got the, what is this? The
abs.
Yeah, for abs. I'm not even going to try it right now. But
You should. Just jump all the way up there.
all right, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
There you go.
Mid-workout.
I'm gonna get a picture for you.
I could probably bust out like 20 of these. But yeah, this is crazy. So how much did this house cost you?
We bought this house for $300,000.
$300,000. And was it already like renovated?
Well, that was the only garage, and this is all a new addition right here to your right. So keep spanning around here. This is a 6-car garage, maybe an 8-car garage that we added on with the breezeway.
Yeah.
And then we remodeled the whole basement and the upstairs, put the gym in.
Wow.
But come on out here and get a view of the whole thing.
So with you putting in that much work, and you said you bought it for
$300,000.
$300,000, how much do you think it's worth right now?
Well, I did this 5 years ago. We put in $425,000 on top of the 300. So
Wow.
I stopped kind of counting at 725.
Okay.
And at the time when we did it 5 years ago, the house was only worth like 650. But I think right now it's probably worth like 850 or so.
850, wow. So I just pulled up to a real estate development project, as you can see here behind me, and I am most definitely sure there has to be a millionaire over here. So without further ado, I'm gonna go walk up over here and see if we can find anyone. So let's go take a look. So let's go in here and see if we find anyone. Oh, I'm about to ask them right here. So let's see. Excuse me?
Well, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good.
I had a quick question for you. Do you know who owns this building here?
Yeah,
Who's that?
Smith.
Nah, you're playing.
No, seriously.
You're serious?
Yeah.
No way. Is it cool if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, why not?
All right. So,
Hold on 1 second. It's cool? Okay. That's all right. I'll talk to you about it in a couple seconds.
so I was curious, with you owning this building like this,
Yeah.
this is insane. Are you a millionaire?
Yeah.
Okay. And what part of real estate do you specialize in, would you
I
say?
do affordable housing development in urban and rural areas.
Okay. And do you mainly specialize in this area, or where at?
All across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and in Delaware.
And in Delaware.
Yes.
Oh shoot. So how are you always traveling then? Or
Yes,
what?
I'm always on the road though, but my home is actually here in Harrisburg, so makes it a
Awesome.
little bit easier when you have developments that are.
I got you. And
Fine.
how long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing this for about 10 years. On the multifamily side, more closer to 6 years.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, what is the most amount of money you made in a single year from doing all this?
Okay, over $1 million is what I can say.
Over $1 million? Oh, shoot. Okay. And the next question I have is, what would you do if you had to completely start all over today?
What would I do if I had to completely start all over today? The first thing I would do is I would invest in my education and myself.
Okay.
And make sure that I know some of the particulars of real estate that I didn't know when I first started. And then also I would try to make sure that I built a proper team.
Okay.
Making sure that you had the right contractors or architects would really determine your project.
And what would you say, like, the best advice you ever received?
The best advice I ever received would be stay low and keep firing.
What do you mean by that?
You don't want that much attention, but you also have to be very aggressive. So you do both.
Okay.
Right? You stay low, right? You don't want to be the number one guy all the time.
Right.
You rather be the man behind the man, and then also keep firing. You want to stay aggressive on a daily basis, because you can't just be satisfied whenever you do get a larger project. You want to continue to keep growing.
Keep growing. No, that's some solid advice. Is it cool if we get a little tour of the building?
Yeah, come through for sure.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. Okay, great. So this building in particular here is actually on a historical site for the Underground Railroad. It's called Bethel Village. It's 49 units of affordable housing. This is in partnership with the folks from the Bethel AME Church.
Oh, wow.
And my group, RB Development, along with 3T Construction Group and BFW Group as well.
So how much would it be for a senior to rent out a place here?
In terms of one of the apartments?
Yeah.
It can range from anywhere from $300 to $900.
Wow. Okay. $300 to $900.
Yes. This is
wow.
this building is subsidized with low-income housing tax credits, which help regulate the rent that we'll be able to provide for the seniors who need it most.
So I was on Google trying to see if I can find any other real estate millionaires, and I came across a real estate company. So I'm here, I just pulled up, it was quite the drive. So let's go in here and see if we can find another real estate millionaire. Oh, I think I got a buzz in or something. Oh, there we go. All right, let's go in here. They're a little busy, looks like. Called Simple Property Management. Excuse me, I have a quick question. Do you know if the owner's here?
Yes, he is. He's back in the first office.
Oh, it's cool if I go back?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right. Hi, excuse me? Are you the owner?
Yeah.
I know this is super random, but is it cool if I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, cool. So I was just going around seeing if I can find like actual real estate millionaires and came across your company on Google. I was curious, are you a millionaire yourself?
IRS watching this? I think I am.
Okay.
I know a lot of properties, I think so.
Okay, perfect. So what part of real estate do you specialize in? I saw that this is like a property management company. Like,
Yeah. Do you mind if we go to the other room?
yeah, let's go. I'll let you lead the way.
Yeah, I'll show you back there. So we do a lot of things here. We're a property management company. We do consulting, real estate investors, wholesaling, flips, fix, construction. We're an all-in-one compass company. So if a investor someone who thinks they want to be investing in real estate, doesn't know where to start, they can come to us and we'll show them the good, the bad, the ugly.
Okay.
We're very honest with them.
Right.
We actually turn away more people than we accept because we do give them a lot of the ugly stuff on purpose. And kind of go from that. And we can find them a property. We can help them with funding for it. We can get it constructed, get all the work done for it.
Right.
And then we can rent it out if they want to keep it as a rental.
Okay.
Or we can give it to one of our in-house agents and they can do it as a flip.
Wow, so you have a full-on system then.
Yeah, it's like an ecosystem. It's kind of like Apple. We don't want you to leave.
Yeah.
So if you come here, we kind of stay here, and that's in a nutshell is what we do.
Right. So how long have you been doing real estate in general?
This is my 25th year.
25th year?
Yeah.
No way.
I started in 2000.
Do you like it a lot?
Yeah, I quit like every other week, but I like it. It's not, the money's great, don't get me wrong, but it's the flexibility of taking my son to a doctor's appointment like this week. Is a doctor's appointment at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
I don't got to check with anybody. I can take the doctor's appointment.
You're your own boss.
Yeah, there are times where I got to make sure everyone's happy, so don't get me wrong, but it's that flexibility.
Right.
I love it.
Now, are you able to say the most amount of money you made in a single year?
In a year?
Yeah.
This is going to sound bad because I don't focus on the money.
Okay.
Right, I really don't. I got a CPA firm. They handle my stuff. I know all the bills are paid.
Yep.
I know all the bills are paid, and we go on really good vacations. So I honestly do not know what I've made the most in a year.
In a year? Do you know a month? A month?
In a month, my best month's been $500,000.
$500,000 in a month?
Yeah, that one I know because
No way.
it happened one time. Happened one time, and I'll never forget. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that came from one deal. One deal was 250 grand.
No way. What kind of deal was that?
It was land.
Wow.
It was a land deal, yeah.
Now, what would you do if you had to start all over today?
Wow, that's a good question. If I had to start all over, I would say I would humble myself more when I was on my highs. Because there were certain points in my career where I had outstanding months, $500,000 months, whatever,
Yep.
and was doing really, really good. And people would approach me, and I kind of thought I was too good for them because I'm into this point. And so that was stupid of me, of turning that away. That was a chance to learn something from somebody. But because I thought I reached a certain financial status, I couldn't learn anything from them, right?
Right.
So I should have never done that. That was probably the biggest thing, is never stop learning.
Right.
No matter how long you're in it. So yeah, I think that's the biggest thing, biggest regret I would have is just that I would feeling I was done learning.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Now, what would you say is like the best advice you ever received?
The best advice I ever received?
Yeah.
Make yourself the dumbest person in the room. Put yourself in a room where you're scared to be in,
Yeah.
where you feel that you're not gonna relate to anybody because they're so much higher than you because they own hotels and motels or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Put yourself in those rooms and don't be afraid to challenge yourself in those rooms.
Wow.
That's the biggest thing I would say.
That's solid right there.
Yeah,
well, I appreciate it. Yeah,
Thanks
pleasure
for
meeting
coming
you.
out. Yeah, thank you.
So guys, I pulled up to another real estate company, and this is a crazy one right here. They're called Inch & Co. And they supposedly do a whole lot of different things within the real estate industry. As you can see, apparently they built this themselves. It looks kind of crazy. This is their office, so I'm excited to go in here. Hopefully I can meet the owner. I know the owner's super busy, but fingers crossed I can go in here and meet the owner. So let's go take a look. Excuse me, do you know where the owner is?
Yeah, you're looking for Jeff?
Yeah, if I could speak with him. Okay, awesome.
Would you like some coffee?
I'm good, but thank you. This is a crazy kitchen setup.
Yes.
Insane.
Oh, look who's back here.
Oh, hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you girls doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Is it cool if I ask you a couple of
Absolutely,
questions?
yeah.
All right, awesome. I'll come over here.
Yeah, sit down.
So this is super random, but I've been going around just to different real estate companies to, see if they're actually millionaires and, see what I can do and what people watching can do to grow wealth. So I'm curious, what part of real estate do you specialize in?
So we build and hold multifamily.
Okay. And are you a millionaire yourself for sure?
On paper, probably yes.
On paper? And then how long have you been in the business?
I've been doing, Inchco's been around for about 15 years now.
15 years.
Yes.
And I was looking online, so I know you do a lot of different things. Like what different, portions of real estate? Because main thing is development, but what else? Like property management?
Yeah, so we kind of have a full funnel business here where we do property management, the development, the construction of it, the maintenance of the property, and then we also have as of 2023, an equity division that basically raises private equity for multifamily development.
Wow, that's insane. Now, are you able to say the most amount of money you made in a single year?
Actually, I don't even know that. I don't deal with any of the finances here, so I mostly deal with all of the development getting it off the ground. So I probably couldn't say that number,
right?
But it's probably over $1 million.
Do you know a month by chance or no?
Yeah, I would say if you go back, back when our first project ever, we hit quite a home run, and we were pretty excited about that. And the total project for all investors made about $19 million on a $21 million project.
In 1 month?
On one sale, yes.
That's insane. Now, what would you do if you had to start from zero today?
Yeah, so if I had to start from zero today, I think really the key is finding capital.
Yeah.
So I would try to align myself with a high net worth individual that didn't necessarily want to go into the work of flipping houses or building houses or building a portfolio. And I would give him extreme value. Make the ask and the why so big that it's hard to say no. Start off small, do a 2-unit, 3-unit, 4-unit, produce a great outcome for that investor.
Right.
And then once you produce that outcome, maybe ask for a referral. And typically, wealthy people know wealthy people. And if you've done well for him, he'd allow you to introduce to other investors that might be able to continue to grow.
Awesome. And then lastly, like, what's the best advice that you have ever received?
Yeah, so the best business advice I received is in order to grow your people, your business has to grow. And if you want to keep good people, which is the foundation of growing a large real estate company, it's about growing the business to allow your people to grow and become more than what they are right now. And so we're constantly trying to grow our business, which in turn grows our people.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Pleasure
thank you so
meeting
much.
you. Yeah. So that was quite the video. I spoke with a good amount of real estate millionaires and I've learned so much. I hope you guys learned a lot as well. If you did, make sure you comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up. Go subscribe if you're not subscribed. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.